What's up? How you guys doing? It's your boy Oluwa Gaines back at it. Promise you guys I'll be here once every week with something new. So today I want to talk to you guys about my 7 fitness tips or rules for beginners, so people that are new to the gym. And even if you've been in it for a while, I still, follow some of these tips up until today, and some of these rules they apply to me in and outside of the gym. So tip number 1 or rule number 1, whatever you want to call it, is set a goal. Set a goal. It sounds so simple. It seems like everyone says it, set a goal, set a goal, set a goal. But I feel like a lot of people don't do it. Set a goal, you know what you want to do. I recommend when you have a goal, like what I usually do, like I have something in my room where I write down, oh, I want to achieve and stuff like that. If you can write it down and you look at it every day, it helps you remember that goal, and it helps you attack that goal each and every day. Once you see, when something reminds you of the goal you want. For fitness, I feel like it's definitely a big thing because a lot of people stop and a lot of people quit. It's like anything you do in life, when it gets hard, when you don't see results, you stop and then you quit. Set a goal so that way, whenever you're in a situation where you want to quit, for example, let's say you want to lose 20 pounds or whatever. So to lose that 20 pounds, it's simple. You gotta eat properly, probably eat less calories than you usually do. You gotta go to the gym and all that, blah, 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 blah. So, for example, you're in a situation where you're out with your friends and everyone is getting ice cream and hamburgers or whatever, and there's an option to get a salad in that same situation, but then you don't get a salad, you get a ice cream. If you had a goal in mind, if you knew that, I'm trying to lose weight, my friends they're okay with themselves. It's not bad for my friends to eat the ice cream or whatever. But for you, ice cream is gonna get you closer to your goal. So why eat it? You know what I mean? So don't do things that are gonna pull you back. You want to do things that are gonna make you go forward. So if you know you're gonna lose 10 pounds, that's your goal. You write it down. When you see ice cream, remember your friends don't have the same goal as you. So it's okay if they have ice cream. It's not okay for you though, because you're trying to lose the 10 or 20 pounds or whatever. So always have a goal because that helps a lot. My second rule is start simple. Start simple. It's like anything, you go to school, math class, you learn from adding 1 plus 1. You just don't go straight into 1x plus 2x equals y or whatever. You always have to start simple. Same with the gym. Anything you do in life, you start simple, baby steps. You gotta crawl before you walk. Exactly. You gotta ride a bike. Actually, no, that doesn't work. You can not ride a bike your whole life and then go get your license. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is in the gym, it doesn't work like that. You're not gonna not lift 50 pounds and then go lift 70 pounds. It doesn't work. It's not. Start simple. I know nowadays, especially on social media, there's a lot of people doing different things, a lot of advanced things, and you see these things and you want to try them out, but these people have been doing it for a long time. So start small. Start with functional full body movement. Start with your planks. Start with body weight squats before you go and start putting the bar on your back. Start simple. Start simple is the easiest key, because what happens when you don't start simple, when you try to go as hard in the beginning, when you try to go hard right at the beginning, is this. You get discouraged because you might not be able to do some of these things you see other people doing because they're so advanced, they've been doing it for a while. So you might now get discouraged, and that might, make you step back and quit whatever you're doing. My third rule is focus on yourself. When you go to the gym, it's like the world. There's different kinds of people out there. You're gonna go to the gym, you're gonna see guys that are bigger than you, you're gonna see guys that are smaller or more defined. If you're a lady, you might see more curvier girls that have bigger legs, girls that have this or that. But focus on yourself. You're there for a reason. Everyone started, so you have to realize that everyone started somewhere. So that guy you see today that has a 50-inch chest, I don't know if that's possible, or 60-inch chest or whatever, it wasn't always like that. He started somewhere. So don't look at them and be discouraged. Focus on yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. This is what you want. You're doing this for you. Don't look at anyone else. Yes, sometimes it's good to look to others for motivation. Okay, I kind of want to look like this guy, be like this guy, but don't use that to discourage you. So don't go to the gym and see a girl, she's looking all fit, slim waist, figure 8, all that. She has like a nice 2-pack and a flat stomach. You shouldn't let that discourage you. You should let that encourage you. And if you can't deal with that, go to the gym in the morning when there's no one there and work on yourself, or go at a time where it's less busy and work on yourself. You have to be consistent. No matter, like I said, anything you do in this life, you have to be consistent. Same thing with the gym. You want to lose 20 pounds. It's not a small goal. It takes a while. You want to gain weight. It takes a while. It's not something you're going to go and run on the treadmill one day for an hour and expect to see results right away. Just like I was saying, one bad meal isn't going to make you fat, and one healthy meal isn't going to make you lean or isn't going to make you lose weight. So you have to be consistent in anything you do. So at the end of the day, if you're not consistent, you can't get mad over what you didn't work for. So that is rule number 4. Rule number 5. Rule number 5 is a very important one because it deals with, you know, the big topic of eating and dieting and everything. I don't even like to call it dieting because I feel like diets only last a little bit. It's just you know, healthy eating. Like, eat to what suits you, eat to what satisfies you, but eat the right things, you know, and change slowly. Change is slow. It's, you know, it's progress step by step. Don't, you know, today you're eating burgers or you're eating ice cream or you're eating pizza or whatever, or, you know, like me, I love plantain, but I still eat it, so I'm not even going to use that as an example. But don't say, oh, you're eating burger today and tomorrow you're gonna go straight on and eat salad and turkey breast. Gradually, you know. So maybe you're still eating your burger, but, you know, switch it up. Maybe instead of having, you know, a beef burger, you could have maybe like a club, like a chicken burger, something with, you know, grilled chicken breast, you know, and just slowly make the change. Don't try to just do it overnight, you know. So set a timeline, okay. Even if it's just by even slowly reducing how much of the burgers you eat. Let's say you're kind of person that eats McDonald's 3 times a day. For you, let's say you even cut it down instead of eating it once a day or twice a day. That's still progress in the right direction. You know what I mean? So slowly change your eating habits. Don't try to just do it overnight. It's not going to work. And do what works for you. There's many kind of different diets out there. Diets, for real, they only meant to last for a while. Do something you know you can keep up with. Don't try to follow the fad. Don't try to do, if you know you're a person that loves carbs, don't try to go do a no carb diet because you're going to fail. Just cut down your carbs. So progression. Start slow and move forward. Rule number 6 relates to the first thing I said, which was set goals. Think of the long-term goal. There's sorry, now I'm using a lot of quotes or whatever, but there's a saying that says, be lazy now. If you're lazy now, you'll enjoy now, or you put in the work now and you enjoy for the rest of your life. You know, think of your long-term goal. You might go do a month crash diet or a month crash program and, you know, you look good, but it doesn't last forever. That's a lazy way out. Don't be lazy. Think of your long-term goal. Think of, you know, how you want to look, not just for now, but for the rest of your life. Do you just want to do it for the summer because, you know, you're going on vacation, you're going to a beach, so you just want to look good on the beach? If that's your goal, then it's by all means necessary. That's whatever, to every man their own. But like, if you know it's something you want to do for the rest of your life. I was in that situation before where I got the body I wanted, like I said in my previous video on my transformation, and then after I saw the results, I stopped, and then I gained it back, and then after that, and I made a promise that, yo, I want to keep this up for the rest of my life. So think of the long-term goals, and no matter how good you are now, you can always get better. This last one also ties in something I said before about eating habits. So this is meal prepping. It's always good to be prepared. You know, it says there's a saying that goes, failure to prepare is preparing to fail. So if you know you have a busy schedule, or you work in an area where maybe you walk in a mall or whatever, and you know there's just fast food restaurants everywhere, for you, it's always good to be prepared. Prep your meals, you know. Have your 3 meals or however many meals you eat a day, have it ready, take it to work with you. So when it's lunchtime and everyone is going out to eat, you know, you already have your meal there, so you don't have an excuse to like go get something else to eat because your meal's already there, you know. So same thing working out, you know you have to go to work, but you're the kind of person that once you get to work, if you go back home, you're not going to leave your house to go back to the gym. Take your gym clothes with you, take your runners with prepared, because at the end of the day, if no matter how much you crave something, well, me for instance, if I pack my lunch to work, and you know I'm walking by someplace and I smell like pizza or whatever, and you know I really want it, at the end of the day I have food there, so there's no need for me to go buy the pizza. You know what I mean? So always be prepared. So those are my top 7 fitness tips for beginners. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you know anyone that this might help out, anyone that's struggling right now, please share the video with them, and please like, share, and subscribe my videos. Captain Nigeria out.